Hey guys, Sak here from SAKITECH, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing 5 reasons the Pixel 7 family destroys the iPhone 14 family. So we're talking about the Pixel 7 Pro and the Pixel 7 versus iPhone 14 and the iPhone 14 Pro models. So I'll give you 5 reasons the Pixel destroys the iPhone in this video, and in an upcoming video I'm going to give you guys 5 reasons the iPhone destroys the Pixel. But anyway, let's dive in. Alright, so the very first reason has to do with the price. The Pixel 7 Pro starts at $900. This is a flagship product and it's $900, less than $1,000. The iPhone 14 Pro Max is gonna start at $1,100. So right away, value for the money crown goes to the Pixel 7 Pro. And you may think that's not important, but it is actually very important to the average consumer. Value for the money. Now, this doesn't just apply to the Pixel 7 Pro and the iPhone 14 Pro Max. It also applies to the Pixel 7 and the regular iPhone 14 with a notch. The Pixel 7 is only $600, while the iPhone 14, the smaller model, starts at $800, and it also retains the old ugly design with the notch. So when it comes to value for the money for the average consumer, the Pixel takes the win, no problem. Alright, the next up we're going to be talking about the camera zooming capability. So the Pixel 7 Pro has 5 times optical zoom. So I'm going to zoom into the camera that's on that cabinet right there, but I'm going to go all the way to the max, which is 30 times hybrid zoom. So I'm going to pinch on the screen, I'm going to maximize that 30, I'm going to take a photo with the Pixel 7, then we're going to take a look at that photo. After that photo gets processed, look at how detailed of a shot you get, even with hybrid zoom. So I can read all the little numbers on the actual camera. Now we're going to try the same thing with the iPhone. Alright, so now we have the iPhone. So it has 3 times optical zoom, which is this one right here. But again, I want to go in and see all the details. So I'm going to zoom all the way in, and that's 15 times maximum zoom. Now I'm going to take a photo. Alrighty, and then we're going to look at that photo. And look at the difference between this photo and that photo. So this is after it gets processed. If I try to zoom in and look at these numbers, you can see they're kind of hard to read. So if I go over here, I can read a little bit here. Over here, it looks pretty ugly. If I bring in the Pixel, you can see all those numbers are clearly visible. So if you want additional zooming capability, Pixel 7 is the winner. Now the next thing I want to be talking about has to do with the design. Now we can talk about design on the front and the rear. I do believe that on the front, the Pixel 7 Pro looks a little bit more futuristic than the Apple, and that's because Apple decided to keep a larger notch over here. That's kind of an intrusion on the screen, and on the Pixel we have that smaller hole cutout. But what really impresses me is the rear design of the Pixel 7 Pro. Now here's the iPhone, and this one here is a black one that Google sent me. Okay, so I'm going to keep this right over here, and I'm just going to bring up the white one that I purchased myself, and I just want to show you guys how beautiful this design is. Again, this is going to be a subjective choice, but in this video, this is my opinion. This phone is absolutely gorgeous. It's a unique, new style of design, different from all the other smartphones in the market. We have this bar in the middle. We have this nice white color. Now, I don't like the fact that it's a shiny finish on the black color. Otherwise, design is perfect. But with the white color, you can hide the shine much better. You can hide the fingerprints much better. This one here is a matte finish, so that's great. But it's the old design, which is same year after year, which kind of gets a little bit boring. This is something new, something fresh, something unique. So when it comes to design on the rear, the Pixel 7 Pro simply wins. And a lot of people buy their products based on how pretty it looks. And I do understand that the design could be a subjective choice. Now let's quickly talk about the front design as well. Now let's move on and talk about number 4, the front design and why it matters. So if you just look at these phones from the front, they both look pretty great, but there's an obvious difference. You can see over here, we have a smaller hole cutout, only has the camera in it. Over here, we have a Face ID system and a selfie camera, so we have a bigger cutout. It's a pill-shaped cutout. Now, Pixel has a different technology for biometrics, so basically you can use Face Unlock, but you also have a hidden fingerprint sensor under the display. So if I press and hold here, I just get to log in. So that's why this cutout can be much smaller, because the iPhone has their Face ID system in there. But where this matters is when you're watching movies and playing games in full screen. Just about every game plays full screen, so it fills the screen from edge to edge. So when you're playing that game or watching that movie full screen, you are going to be staring at the cutouts. Now, if you were watching a high-definition TV, would you prefer a large cutout on the side or a much smaller cutout on the side? Which one is going to get in the way of immersion and take away from your movie watching experience? In that regard, I would prefer the Pixel 7 Pro or the Pixel 7 over the iPhone 14, because that one actually has a bigger notch. So it's simply more pleasurable to watch movies or play games on the Pixels than the iPhones. Maybe to some people it doesn't matter, but to me, stuff like that does matter. Alright, so the final reason pertains to the budget models. I'm talking about the Pixel 7 and the iPhone 14. Again, Pixel 7 is $600, iPhone 14 is $800. But here's the big problem. The iPhone 14 has a 60 Hz display. The Pixel 7 has a 90 Hz display. So guess which phone is going to feel more smooth as you interact with it? It's going to be the Pixel 7. It also is going to have a larger screen. It's going to be a 6.3-inch screen versus a 6.1-inch screen on the iPhone 14. So that's a huge problem, because for a lower price, you're getting a higher refresh rate. And as far as refresh rates are concerned, 90 Hz should be minimum. No phone in 2020 under the banner of Apple specifically should have a 60 Hz phone. A 90 Hz phone feels smoother than a 60 Hz phone, even if the processor on the 60 Hz phone is faster than the one on the 90 Hz phone. Specifically in the case of Pixel and iPhone, because Pixel is such a well-made phone. It's a lightweight Android phone, already ultra smooth, and with 90 Hz display refresh rate, it just feels superior to the Apple's iPhone 14. So if you're shopping in the budget arena, I would just recommend to get the Pixel 7. But if you want to pay $200 more for a smaller screen with a notch and 60 Hz, go for the iPhone. So that brings us to the end of this video. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, drop them down below and let me know. For now, guys, have a fantastic day.